Hey, hi. Yeah, okay. Today I just wanted to share with you about, what do we do from here onwards. Because Warren Buffett, did mention that when inflations are high, Warren Buffett says the best thing you can do is to be exceptional good to buy business that's exceptionally good in something. And says that it swindles almost everybody. So yeah, and then if you look at Tesla, Elon Musk as well, you can see the Gen X and the Gen Y on Monday gave a bit of investment advice for long-term perspective. He said people should buy stocks in companies whose products and services they believe in and sell only when they think the company's product and services are trending worse, and not to look at the price. So this is something that two great honest uh, investors. I think they are a little bit outside the Wall Street in terms of giving you something that could be not so true, or they could be buying something and they could be selling something or wanting to sell something for their billion-dollar fund clients, and then probably advise you to actually tell you to buy something. So beware. And but these are two very generally very good advice. I think looking for investments or property or businesses that can have pricing power, great growth. Number two, at least 20% per year, and good revenue. Number three, and low PEG, price to growth ratio below 20, at least something like Google and Face, and then number five, probably look at something that you think in this year and the next year will be good for inflation and also recession, which could be advertising companies. Uh, then number six, probably go for something that's um, has can actually still have a lot of and earnings, and they are actually earning not just growth but with earnings as well. So yeah, I just want to quickly go into this very possible consequence, like deflation, where consumer and asset prices decreases over time and purchasing power increases. This is where you see prices drop in assets like properties and commodities and all that. So and then they have you can buy more goods or services tomorrow with the same amount of money you have today. This is the mirror image of inflation. Of course, this is super unlikely in an inflationary environment right now. I know probably the US and the Fed and the government would do the balancing act to reduce inflation, but it will not tilt towards the other end of the spectrum to end up with a deflation economy. Yeah, so just take note of this. This is just want to quick highlight about Warren Buffett's recent annual general meeting, which is very important, I think, because this is the first time in 3 years they actually do this with the shareholders, especially the Q&A session, which is quite important. Look at their 23 billion bets and their negative view about Bitcoin. Um, and all the little things that they said about Robin Hood, a casino, and all those things. Yeah, sometimes it's good to go back to old school and be a little bit looking at fundamentals, PE ratios, earnings, um, cost of low input costs, pricing powers, and all that as well. Rather than go for all those small medium caps company that has growth and revenue but no earnings as yet. Looking for companies that has a that is at the beginning of the S curve. S curve would be the best. As I mentioned in my earlier videos, looks like FANG has kind of like stabilized. They are probably at the middle or end of the S curve, especially the FANG stocks. Maybe the difficulty is identifying companies that are just at the beginning of S curve. But as you know now, if you want to look into any companies, whether they have a perfect great first quarterly report, they will be down 5%. Neutral report down 15%. If they have a bad guidance and miss estimates, for Q1, they'll be down 40%. So everything is down, whether the news out from the respective businesses are good or bad. So just sentiment, overall. So the question is, what do we do? I think focusing on a couple of good businesses are still the way to go. And and I hope you like this video, and I will share with you more important news as we go along. Thank you very much, and please subscribe to the channel.